Greenville Update 1.24 is out, and the largest issue at hand in game for months and months, especially in the past few weeks, has been fixed. Moving to what many people have been excited for ever since they were first added, the apartments. The construction was completed and rooms are now claimable. My construction team did some work and left the place, looking great. Video on that soon. This is my first time exploring the apartments or even seeing them in finished condition. They look pretty cool up on that hill up there. That goes for all of the new buildings in this video too. All the initial reactions. Alright, so everything is complete. There's no more dirt roads or anything. This road has been paved. Ooh. Fenced in on this side over here. The parking lot's looking pretty nice. There's a bunch of parking spaces. One prop car right here. And these apartments are detailed. You can claim all the rooms too. Handicap space. Oh, there's just some random prop car on the side here. That's actually a cool spot for them. I'm gonna go to the back first before I check them out, actually. Oh, the back actually has some stuff. Okay. So, obviously, there's this parking lot still. And right here, there's a bunch of trees. And over here, there's a pool right here. I had no clue it was going to be here. You couldn't see in any of the teaser pictures or whatever. Oh, this is falling down. Fenced in. You know, some Mustangs. Usual. You can look out here, see the high school, all the houses over there. You got the pool here, of course. The main thing right here. This pool has different depths. Was not expecting that. It's like everything on it. The lights too, even. Just everything detailed in this pool. Oh, there's some hot tubs over here too. And you can sit in it. There's a lot more than I was expecting to be here. Sit here under the umbrella. Lifeguard chair right here. Somebody's gonna do an RP with that. Oh, you can even get stuff? What? This is way more than I was expecting. You can get a flamingo float. Does this work? How do you use this? Or you just hold on to it? Let me see here. Unicorn floaty. Pool noodle. A pink one. And then you can get a yellow one. Soccer ball. You can also get this beach ball. I did not think there was going to be that much stuff over here. There's a lot to do. Alright, now I'm actually going to go into the apartments themselves. Just going to drive where I should, obviously. Park it up. And these things are big. You can see them from very far away. Like, just even driving on the main road. They have quite the presence. And you can claim... Oh, it even says touch to claim apartment. Not just touch to claim. Nice welcome mat here. You ring the doorbell? Yep. I wonder if any of these are different at all. Like kind of how it was in the motel, where there are like 2 rooms, I think, that are specifically different layout. New furniture in here and everything. This is a lot different than the houses. I thought it was just going to be a lot of the reused furniture, but nope, it's pretty different in here. Same sink and everything. All appliances are the same still. New door design. You just sit here. Oh, this goes back outside. I'm confused now. And then what's through this door? Oh, bedroom. Okay, and you can look out there, see how everybody's having fun at the pool, and you aren't. Picture of like nature and stuff. That's just like a staple of houses at this point, or like any sort of living space in the game. This bathroom kind of reminds me of like an admin house in Gt3, if I'm being honest. Then there's the closet. You're able to go in here. Oh, there's nothing in here, but yes, you are able to go into the closet. And this is a huge couch. This is new too, I'm pretty sure. You can go out here. This door does not go to anything. Another picture. What does this go to? Oh, a hallway. I'm guessing more rooms. And then this is probably a bathroom, maybe? Oh, laundry room. Okay. This looks nice too, even. Oh, this is the bathroom. And then I guess at the end of the hall, will be none other than another bedroom. Yep. Anything in this closet? Oh, there is actually something in this closet. Okay. 2 lights up there. Plant. Even got a computer right here. I guess a Mac. 2 plants. There's a lot of plants in this house. Very vegetated inside. Nightstands and everything. Another picture up here above the bed. I didn't even realize that there's a picture right here. So that's the apartments. The apartment room, at least. Let me go see if there's any different styles of apartments. I'm gonna unclaim this one, and then I'm gonna go up further. Looks like there's what, 4 on each floor? They are big apartments too. Is anything different on the top floor, or is this just leave to the roof? Okay. All right. Oh, this is a bit of a different layout. I think I like the other layout better, but this one's different. Oh, this might be the TV we knocked over multiple times trying to bring in here. You might see that eventually. Is this? Oh, this is another laundry room. And through here is a huge bedroom. Okay. Oh, and you get a pretty cool view of the other apartment just sitting here at the Mac. Let's see. What can you see during the day? Okay, yeah, you can see people passing by. And then there's the other apartment over there. Well, that's the apartments. Gotta get back to the Explorer. Where is it? Ah, there it is. All right. Very big thing. Server crashing is fixed. If you are somehow not aware, servers have recently been crashing at alarmingly fast rates. Before, servers would last maybe a few hours, but in the past while, servers started to crash more and more. It became a bit of an issue, then it would go back down, then it would be an issue again, usually every time there'd be a new update, and in just the past few weeks it became an insanely big issue. We're talking full private servers or RP servers crashing within a single minute. Yeah, it was pretty bad, practically unplayable. The longest servers were possibly lasting like 30 to 45 minutes, maybe? It seemed to be due partially to some changes Roblox themselves made, but the GB devs made some very tedious internal changes to the game, going through all 2,600 plus cars, and were able to do what seems to have basically entirely squashed the issue. Servers are back to lasting about as long as Gt3 servers did, a few hours or so. Server crashing has been a looming issue over Greenville for quite a long time now, certain times worse than others, but it's pretty much entirely gone now. Now, along with this fix, there are a few things, side effects that you may be able to notice. Some good, some bad. First of all, loading up the game is near instant, far quicker than before. Well, unless you have a really slow computer. When you open up your garage menu, you may have a short lag spike due to all of your car's previews loading up. Quite a small price to pay for longer lasting servers though, I'd say. I personally haven't noticed anything, but I know some people have, and either way, they're working to minimize that issue. The vehicle specs tab in the dealership was broken and is temporarily disabled. It gives you a pop-up to let you know if you try to access any vehicle specs. A good side effect though, cars can be updated by the developers at any given moment in existing servers. No longer really need to join a new server in order for refresh cars to appear or bugs to be fixed. Once the changes are applied, players will receive them just after respawning a car. A random side effect I've noticed, not necessarily good or bad, but I like the change, is that car previews look a little bit different in the garage menu. And there you have it, a major issue that has plagued Greenville for months and months has been fixed. I interrupt this section of the video to show you 2 vehicles before the rest, the 2 limited vehicles. These are both going off sale at 7/29/2022 at 12 AM CDT, aka midnight on Friday. You've got a little over a day left to get them. The first limited is a super cool one. Who would have guessed? Another GMT 800. The 2006 Silverado Ss Intimidator. Told you they weren't done. Still aren't. From the outside, it may just look like a regular SS, and also keep in mind, the only other SS in game right now is the 03 with a slightly different front end, but this one has a ton more power. Let me take it out and show it to you up close. So to set it apart from the 03 SS, you've got a bit of a different front end design. Pretty much just the regular 06 design, along with a silver grille insert. And let's take a listen. Sounds pretty good. Lighting, pretty much the same as all the rest of the GMT 800s, I assume. The main advantage over the normal SS with this thing is the performance. This thing hauls. Insanely fast of a truck. extended cab, short bed, even has turn signal indicators on the mirror. Before I tell you about the second limited vehicle, let me tell you about this. The 2012 Scion Iq, just a normal Scion, whatever, got a couple trims, the EV, the TRD Performance, and then the base. Then you step up to the Aston Martin Signet, an absurd, upscale, slightly fancier rebadged version of the IQ. And then it gets even crazier. This is the 2018 Aston Martin Signet V8, an even more insane version of the already insanely odd Signet. This time with a wide body and a V8 from a Vantage for $140,000 in game. And I heard it drives pretty crazy too. Let's find out if that's true. So first time driving this thing, let's see how it sounds. Okay. No flame, but there's a bunch of pops, okay. A lot more than the F-Type. It's kind of slippery in here. Let's see if we can do a burnout. Yep, you can definitely do a burnout. You do one on pavement? Doesn't really seem like... Ooh. Oh, never mind. Headlights. Taillights. Hazards. This thing looks so weird with this wide body on it. And it is so fast. Let's see how fast it can go. Probably like 170 something. That's a 6-speed. Oh, never mind, 7-speed. Not a CVT like the IQ. Noted. Okay, yeah, so exactly 170. Where can I get it going downhill? I'm assuming 174. 170. Oh, whoa! It's a 178. Okay. Still, it's like a little car horn. It feels like it's driving on partial ice. Brakes are pretty strong. Through 0 to 100 in braking test. A proper one. All right, here we go. Why somebody actually wanted this in real life is beyond me. And yes, it is actually a real car. Even the Vantage motor and the wide body and everything. Not too bad. It is a really small car though, with probably, you'd assume, pretty decent brakes, which are yellow. And it also has dual exhaust out the back to, guess, top it off. Visitor Sports Grill got a huge upgrade. The interior is back. This place was first added back in the late Gt3 with an interior. It was one of the very last updates and used to be the last thing down this road. In fact, it was quite a bit further up when the map ended a lot sooner, closer to the credit union and the neighborhood, which was added at the same time as the visitors. Then was replaced by the Silent Grill on revamp release. At revamp release, visitors also became a prop building, well, up until now anyway. The old interior was not nearly as detailed as this new interior is. From the pictures I saw, it is one of the coolest yet. Let me take a look. So this is my first time looking at it. It looks like the logo changed, like it has an outline around, and then the interior, okay, so it's like a tiny little bit of a doorway here. Oh my gosh, this is actually cool. It's all wooded and everything.
There's a little arcade over here.
Dude, this is sick. Building itself is all the same, I'm pretty sure, but it's just the interior that's been changed. Get a pool table here.
They got real food on the wall.
They do?
Yeah, look over here.
Oh, I didn't even realize that. And then, is this the bathroom or something? Oh wait, no. This is an office. Nice square body in like 2 pixels.
Oh.
You can sit here. There's a bunch of tables. Is that a Ford logo on there? Yeah, it is. Visitor Sports Grill with a Ford
Maybe it's
logo.
like a NASCAR.
Jeeps. I think that picture is in Truck Planet. Another Visitors logo. They just have to absolutely tell you that you're at Visitors. And over here, more seating. Oh, a pizza. More arcade machines. This is like a really tiny stall. I don't think any other building has ceilings this high. It reminds me of the lake house. The architecture, the high ceilings, the wood, everything.
Yeah, it does.
Cash registers. It would be cool if there was an interactive job for this, because I'm sure this would be fun working from this environment. Out back, let's see what the kitchen is like. Deep freezer. Let's go upstairs. Once again, this reminds me the lake houses, like how the second floor is. You can look down, and there's sort of like a balcony up there, like this. This would be a cool place to just like hang out in RP. The parking lot seems just entirely unchanged, but I do like this gravel lot over here.
Oh yeah, this is kind of cool. I bet it'd make for some good photos.
There's always something that I found kind of cool because no other place has it. I hope people open this up more because it's a pretty cool place, and it's not too far from the RP house. We've got a lot of options to go to in between this, McDonald's, and also Culver's that was added last update. Another building which has sort of been completed in this update is the Verwire Complex. 3 new stores have been added in addition to the Verwire store itself and the Energy store. The first new store is the Barber's Chair. Guess it's a barber shop. Some barber's chairs in here, as the name might imply. Nice waiting room over here. Another TV. Oh man, they have a lot of TVs. Over here, just a couch, and through here is the office. Well, an office. Next new store in the complex, the Bobaha's. Kind of reminds me of the Energy store. Pretty similar layout, just different colors, different drinks and stuff. There's a lot of plants too. This is a very plant-heavy update. There's a lot of them. And then the store just exits. And then the final new store, which is actually not new. It used to be here before this complex got its revamp when the Energy store was added. Family Insurance. Family Insurance Center. Again, more potted plants. This is the icon from the 2021 Halloween update with the DeLorean. That was a cool one. Last year's fall update. I believe 2020's fall update. Maybe I'm wrong. This kind of reminds me of like a dentist's office for some reason. You know, just without the dentist stuff. Sit down here, discuss your family insurance, and of course the door to exit. That is pretty much all to do with the 3 new stores added to the complex. And of course out front the sign has been changed to accommodate the new stores. Although some things are falling off. Heinz logo is partially fallen off. I don't know what we can do about that. It's pretty sad. Across the street from here, the old salon, which let's be honest, not very many people went to, has been totally redone. I have not looked at this like pretty much at all. I know the interior is kind of pink. These parking spaces were not here before. Beyond Beauty is the name. This is a lot different than most of the stuff is in Greenville. Whole different color palette. A lot of very light colors like pastel and everything. This door leads to the back. Yep. And then this door is an office. And this door is the bathroom. Phones have received majorly needed improvements this update, plus some additions. You probably aren't a stranger to the fact that the live event and phones themselves didn't release as smoothly as hoped, and a lot of the devs had vacations during the time after. The main issues have been addressed this update, first including that you can now use your phone in your car. And yeah, you probably shouldn't be using your phone while driving, but it heavily defeats the purpose of a phone in a driving game, especially the GPS app. Whenever you hop in a car, at the top of your screen there's a little toggle button. Click it and it does what you'd expect. Same UI as when you have it on the outside, but what you may notice is different though, is that there is a new app. The phone app wasn't here before, and no, you cannot literally call anyone you want, but what you can do is call emergency services with this for roleplay purposes. You've got some fields to fill out: call name, call description, and call type. Call type, I'll call Leo. Send call, and it says your call was sent successfully. And as for the flip side of things, I'm not really sure what happens when you receive a call. The last new thing to do with GVOS, which many people are wanting, you can now change your phone color. It's literally just the same as buying it in the first place. In fact, it is the same. You walk into Verwire or Just Buy, go to the phone table, and press E. It brings up the menu, select your color, and boom, you've got a new phone color. Gear kickdown has been added to all cars. This is something really cool and also really funny to me. I was recording a roleplay video with Silas a while ago, and he said what I remember to be exactly describing this new feature and how you want it to come to the game. Like, literally down to the way it was activated even. If I ever find a recording it was in, it'll probably end up being posted somewhere eventually. But anyway, let me show you what I'm talking about. When you're driving a car in the regular drive mode found on the realistic shifting setting that limits your RPMs in half for more normal cruising, which I don't see many people using honestly, but I do fairly often, double tap the accelerator key and it will temporarily go into sport mode where you can rev up to redline for like an acceleration or an overtake or something. After you finish your acceleration, it goes back into the normal drive mode just like it was before. Here's a demonstration. Normal, and then double tap. Let go, and then it's back to normal. I would do this by just shifting back and forth myself through the drive modes, as you may be able to notice through this legendary clip of me cutting up traffic in my Explorer. Having this as a legit feature in game now and making it a little easier to use is super cool to me. Unfortunately, it doesn't show that it changes sport mode, but you can easily tell the difference on accelerations. Also, in addition to that, while using the semi-automatic shifting mode, just manual with no clutch, If you're cruising up in a higher gear, you can do the same thing as automatic and double tap the accelerator button to shift down to the lowest gear you should be in. You also have the option to hold down the downshift key to have the same effect. In a similar fashion to that, there's a new Cvt Gearing System. This is currently only on 2 new cars that were just added, the 2013 Aston Martin Signet and the 2012 Scion Iq, and they'll be arriving to other Cvt vehicles in the future. Here's how the old Cvt system acted as shown by the insights. Versus how it is now on the freshly added Scion Iq. The new system is much smoother in the regular drive mode, but if you shift up into sport, there's now some simulated gears. Actually kind of interesting how it drives. Quite a bit different than any other car's gearing wise. And also you can go into semi and shift through the gears yourself. Quite delayed though, especially the downshifts, which is something different. Now for miscellaneous changes, we actually have quite a lot of substantial ones this update. Hasn't really been that way in a while, just more so the bigger stuff. First of all, the big prop barn at the park was interiorized. Not too much noticeable on the outside except for being able to see through the windows at the top. Nothing too crazy on the inside really either. Just some tables, fans over there, and a kitchen to the left side. Cook some food. Got your ketchup, got your mustard. The hallways are pretty much just 2 doors that are can collided. Cool place to throw a party at or something. When you go top speeding cars, they don't really bounce off the rev limiter quite as much as they used to. Trees have been added back to the Cinex intersection area. Feels more cozy / secluded around here now. I don't think I've ever seen a game where more trees don't make it look better. New cars have been added in / out front of the dealership. Some new Roblox textures were adapted to the game, like the rock texture surrounding the water out front of the dealership, along with the dirt texture that's in a bunch of places. The Jam radio station has received a bunch of new songs. Yes, there's an in-game radio if you do not remember. And per usual, yep, 50 new rims have been added into Tires Plus. Alright, now for the rest of the vehicles. 37 new / updated ones. There's a decent portion of them that were a surprise actually. Not really everything was teased beforehand like normal. I'll go over some of the more important ones briefly, then as usual do a couple in-depth reviews at the end. So first off, we've got the 1990 Honda Crx. There's a lot of regular / older cars in this update, and I think myself and a lot of other people can appreciate that. This is one of them. It's got 4 trims, all of which are under 20 grand. Next is the 1997 Toyota Camry. What's even mildly interesting about this? Well, frankly, I think that it is boring as interesting, since it's probably a pretty realistic thing to see from time to time in a small Wisconsin town. And also, of course, there's a beater trim, so there's that. The 2003 Ford Escape refresh is one of those vehicles I was talking about that was never officially teased or revealed or anything. Not many people really knew. The 2006 Ford Expedition, first model by a new contributor who can make some pretty cool vehicles. It also has sounds off a real 5.4 Triton, which is pretty neat. Couple trims with this thing: the XLS, the Eddie Bauer, the King Ranch, the XLT, the Limited, and the XLT Sport. The Mark 7 Golf is remodeled with a bunch of options ranging from the 2016 Mark 7 to the 2019 Mark 7.5 and the Sport Wagon variants with plenty of trims to pick from. The 2021 Aston Martin DB11, the trims are the V8, the V12 Intrepid Carbon, the V12 AMR, the V8 Intrepid Carbon, the V8 Twilight, the V12 Ivy League, and the regular V12. The 2021 Nissan Frontier. Yep, it's a 2021. Nissan truthfully went 15 years without changing nearly anything on the outside of the Frontier since 2005. With that said though, it's still a pretty cool truck with a bunch of options. The S King Cab, the Pro 4X Crew Cab, the S Crew Cab, the Pro 4X King Cab, the SL Extended Cab, the SV Extended Cab, the Midnight Edition Crew Cab, the Desert Crew Cab, the SL Crew Cab, the SV Crew Cab, the Midnight Edition King Cab, the SV King Cab, the Desert King Cab, and the SL King Cab. You got the 2022 Mazda Miata new convertible. The trims are the Sport Manual, Grand Touring Auto, Club Manual, the RF Grand Touring Auto, and the RF Club Manual. Creeping into the 2023 model year, we've got the 2023 BMW M3 Touring, the wagon M3 that was revealed very recently. I think this thing looks super cool, came to GV real fast. From what I could tell, the performance is the same as the sedan, but it looks far cooler. There's one trim, the competitive all-wheel drive. Another 2023 that was made super quickly for the game is the 2023 Honda HR-V. It honestly doesn't look that bad, looks sort of like a scaled up Civic. And there's also the 2023 Toyota Tundra, which I just did a full review on. The first vehicle I'm reviewing in depth is the Buick Rendezvous. Hunter's first car he's modeled himself all year. The first accurate 3D model of one of these ever. There's two versions, the 03 and the 05. Both have 3 trims. The 05 has the CX front wheel drive, the CXL all wheel drive, and the Ultra all wheel drive. And the 03 has the Beater, the CX front wheel drive, and the CXL all wheel drive. Here's a closer look at the Beater trim. This thing is like the opposite of a lot of beaters. It's actually raked forward. It's lower in the front instead of the back like most beaters. Just a bunch of scrapes down the side with a bunch of paint. It looks like something you'd actually see. Dented in front bumper, dented in back door. Front driver's side door looks like it's been replaced with a blue panel. Fog light is missing, it appears. There's one on that side. There's actually the wire hanging out, which is pretty cool. Same goes for the mirror. That is something new. I don't think any other beater has that. I could be wrong. Mismatched hood. This thing has two-tone though. Oh, and this side also has some paint scratches. Is it basically identical to this side? No, I think it's a little bit different. The door looks a bit more dented up here than this door. Top portion of the door. That is a little bit different. It looks like there's a tiny bit of a scrape right here on the back. Just a tiny little indent. Start this thing up. Okay. Rusty exhaust pipe. Even the hazards flash pretty fast. Only one turn signal up front is working. Only one headlight too. Or DRL, I guess, actually. Let's see, the headlights both work? Oh, they do. But this one looks a little bit more orange, or maybe I'm just going crazy. No, this headlight looks a little bit newer than this one. This one's more fogged up. That's something I didn't even notice. It's actually pretty cool. Let's see how the performance is on this thing. It must be pretty great, right? Pretty junk brakes, not gonna lie. That felt like smooth braking, and I am not on smooth braking. And try not to hit the house. Absolutely slam on the brakes. That's not gonna work. Oh wait, it did. Well, at least it passed that test. That was kind of random, but yeah, there we go. Next is a remodel of the Volkswagen New Beetle, pretty well-known car. Got a nice upgrade in game. There's 2 versions, the 03 and the facelift 08. Both have a bunch of trims including convertibles. I'm going to show you the 03 Beetle though, so here's the trims for that. The GL hatchback, the RSI, the GLS TDI hatchback, the GLX hatchback, the GL convertible, the GLX convertible, the GLS TDI convertible, Turbo S, the GLS hatchback, and the GLS convertible. Here's a closer look at the GLS convertible trim. The 2021 Chevy Silverado had some unexpected refreshing done. Not sure all the specifics, but I know it got updated lighting, some model fixes, and a much needed retune plus new sounds on the 454 SS trim. Here's a comparison of the before and the after on the 454. And finally, one of, if not my most anticipated vehicle in this update, believe it or not, is the 2022 992 Porsche 911. They split up into two separate variants in the dealership, the Coupe and the GT3. These things look awesome, and after seeing some in person, I thought it'd be cool to get one in game. I already have the GT3, but I'll probably pick up a Turbo S sometime later on and see what the sheer speed is like. Trims for the Coupe variant are the Carrera 4 GTS, the Carrera 4, the Carrera GTS, the Turbo S, the Carrera S, and the Carrera 4S. As for the GT3, there's only two of them, the Gt3 Touring and the normal GT3, which is the one I'll be getting more in depth on right now. Here's how it is up close. Just look at the detail in the headlights. This guy always puts so much into his models. So many tiny little details in here. Out back you got the big GT3 wing, not even an RS. Taillight bar across the back, just a cool overall looking car. And here's how this thing sounds. Loud idle. Dual exhaust at the back. Right in the middle. Alright, well let's see what this thing can do. Traction control off. Not a slouch. And brakes. Very, very good brakes. And with that, this update review comes to a close. Thank you for watching. Honestly, I don't think this update was expected by a lot of people to drop when it did. There weren't too many hints as they were mostly working on fixing the server crashing issue at hand, which by the way is awesome that they fixed. I also like that a lot of the cars in this update were more normal / older ones, and that we got more than usual smaller but good changes. Yeah, that's pretty much all I got. See ya.